journeying towards the centenary of the arrival of pioneers, November 22nd, 1922 up to November 22nd, 2022. Based on the theme of the second year of our preparation, I entrust them to you. We want to show our gratitude to God, our Blessed Mother, who made this mission possible according to the charism and spirit of our founder Don Bosco and a co-foundress Mother Ricarello. So, the FMA Shillong Province is highlighting the qualities of the great pioneers who came to Northeast India, that is, Sister Innocenza Vellino, Sister Cecilia Daroit, Sister Clotilde Appiano, Sister Maria Ricarello, Sister Julia Berra, and Sister Antonietta Rossetti, who handed down this mandate to us. Therefore, let us learn and imbibe the missionary ardor and zeal.
When the superiors in Italy decided to open a mission in Assam, the request of Sister Maria Ricarello was granted. As she was in England to learn English, she was called to Italy to join the group headed by the valiant Sister Innocenza Vellino. When they reached Guwahati, their mission station in Assam, Sister Maria Ricarello, being the only one who knew English, became the interpreter. Although she was a teacher, she readily learned to help in household tasks, and as soon as she learned few words in Hindi, she eagerly went to visit the neighboring villages and the patients of the civil hospital. Very quick, she became fluent in the language and could console, instruct, and enlighten those she came in contact. She also undertook to teach English to the sisters of her community. She dedicated herself to this task right from the very beginning, knowing the importance of language for communication and communion. In one of her visits to the villages, she contracted smallpox and became the victim of charity. And it was on 24th Feb 1924 she winged her way back to heaven. Sister Maria Ricarello was indeed a wise virgin and a visionary dreaming of a future to do great work for God. She utilized all the talent that God gave her and used all the opportunities that came on her way by treasuring the sacrament of moment. She knew minutes and moments were nuggets of gold, so she busily minted money for heaven and kept her lamp well trimmed and burning, ready for the bridegroom calls at any moment. Thus her motto was, "Life is fleeting, life is short. Let us do the good we can while we yet have some time."
Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, sister.
How are you all?
We are fine, sister.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. By the way, children, have you heard about those missionaries in the past who had come to our land?
Sister, we have heard about Father Balawan from our grandparents. He was a zealous priest who taught in the areas of Nongpoh.
Okay, very good. But today, I would like to tell you about another missionary in the person of Sister Cecilia Daroit. Would you like to listen?
Yes, sister.
Okay, very good. Then I will tell you a short life sketch of hers and some of her beautiful qualities. Sister Cecilia Daroit was one of the pioneers who came as a missionary in Northeast India in the year 1923. She was born on 31st August 1887 and was baptized on the same day. At the age of 34, she entered the Institute of the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians, guided by her maternal uncle. After her profession, she applied to be sent to the mission, and in fact was very happy as she was chosen to form the first group of missionaries to Assam. But you know, the mission at that time was very difficult and challenging. And Sister Cecilia was able to brave with all those difficulties with her passion for God and humanity. Sister Cecilia, being very intelligent and strong-willed, did not take long to learn the language and could explain herself fairly well. Wherever places Sister Cecilia worked, she sowed the seeds of kindness, generosity, and above all, seen till today, where many of our sisters try to imbibe and keep alive the missionary zeal in their mission. Therefore, dear children, I would like to request you to keep up your faith in God and try to deepen yourself so that you may become a missionary in your little way.
Thanks. Just now, Sister Maria had narrated to us about the life of Sister Cecilia. It was really beautiful.
What about Sister Julia Berra? Can you tell us something about her?
Oh yes, willingly. I have known something about her. You know, Sister Julia Berra came to India when she was already 40, though she was not very young. But as soon as the sisters were able to admit some orphans, she took charge of them. She was not physically strong, and it was only her zeal that gave wings to her feet. When Sister Maria Ricarello contracted with smallpox, she was the one who nursed her. In fact, Sister Maria Ricarello died in her arms. In 1927, when one sister had to return to Italy, she was chosen to accompany the sister. On reaching Italy, very soon the superiors realized that missionary life was not suited for her and did not send her back to India. But Gandhi was embedded in her heart, and she continued to work for her mission till her death. With due permission, she went round Italy to publicize missionary needs in India, and very often she would pray the Hail Mary in Hindi for the mission of Assam.
I really did not know how to begin.
Me to the same.
Come let us discuss with the help of this book.
Oh yes,
That is good. I found the page.
Hello, Constellan.
Viva the Sisters!
Viva Maria.
What are you all doing? We are preparing a skit of Sister Inocenza Valino and Sister Clotilde Appiano.
Because the assistant told us to present to the community for the commemoration.
Wow, that's great!
Could you please tell us? We do not know much about them.
Yes, why not?
Come, sister.
Sister Fatima, tell something about Sister Clotilde and I will tell about Sister Inocenza. Okay, sister. I will tell only about her few qualities, okay?
Yes, sir.
Let me start right away. Sister Clotilde Appiano followed her younger sister, Sister Ludina Appiano, who came 1 year before her to the mission at Tanjore. She headed to the new mission to Assam in the year 1923, led by Sister Inocenza Valino. She was full of zeal for souls and counted no cost in working for God. Once she remarked, hard times and sufferings will pass away, but the merit will remain forever. This really showed her spirit of sacrifice and hard work. She was never found to be impatient or angry, but had absolute self-mastery. She was not only strong in her physical strength, but her faith was strong and active. And her own saying proves this. Let us live by faith, she said. It will help us in times of consolation, as well as in times of aridity and difficulties. She worked in many places, and one among them is Ganesh Das Hospital, Shillong. She was also appointed Counselor of the Incipient Province. Hard work, poverty, scarcity of food, but she did all this with real zest. That was Sister Clotilde Appiano.
Thank you, sister.
You're welcome.
Let me stand again since my back is paining.
Yes, sister.
But lend your ear properly.
Yes, sister.
Sister Inocenza was 47 when she came to India as missionary and was the leader of the group. On March 17, 1926, together with Sister Clotilde Appiano, Sister Cecilia and a Khasi girl, left Guwahati for Shillong by bus and then, on foot, walked for 33 miles to Jowai for another mission.
33 miles?
Yes, 33 miles.
On foot, sister.
Yes, on foot because at that time less vehicles. Here, countless pioneering difficulties faced her. work marvels. There in Jowai, she worked for 6 years and was transferred to various places in India. And one of them was also Tezpur on the north bank of Brahmaputra, where she gave her heart and soul for the growth of the mission. In 1943, her health became weak with all this pioneering work, so she was relieved of her responsibilities. She stayed on at Tezpur, placing herself at the disposal of the new superior. Notwithstanding of her health condition, in 1946, she left Tezpur for Maulai, and as the heart was oppressive, she was getting weaker and more exhausted. On reaching Guwahati, she could not proceed. The sister took her to civil hospital for better treatment. However, her end was drawing near. She lost the power of speech and received the last sacrament. She found away quietly on May 22nd and was buried at Guwahati. Sister Innocenza was a genuine helper, an authentic daughter of Mary Help of Christians, who gave the mission of Assam a good start. The mission of Assam owes her a great deal of gratitude. You got it?
Yes, sister.
Then do well.
Thank you, sister.
Our pioneers sowed the seed of the Salesian spirit and charism in the northeast India. We would like to salute them for crossing the seas and oceans and overcoming all odds to launch into the deep and pave the way for us.
Being women of God, women of solid faith, women of courage and hope, women of apostolic zeal, they have braved every obstacles, hardships, poverty, adversity with a great vision of undaunted spirit of yesterday for our today.
Yes, their total self-care, their immense dedication, and their tireless missionary had brought forth a great harvest in the land with 567 prophet sisters and 125 candidates today in Guwahati and Shillong Provinces.
Therefore, now it is our turn to make this harvest fruitful with a daily commitment, continuing the mandate I entrust them to you, which was given by Our Lady and handed down by our saintly Mother Ricarello to our pioneers and to us. Following their footsteps and imbibing their spirit, let us become missionaries every day and tell the world that Jesus is the way. Be it in a town or country, Asia or Africa, wherever we are placed, the task is ours. There is no time to lose. So, be a missionary, go to the Mississippi and be a missionary